Hello and welcome back to Walkabout Sessions. Today we have Sydney Hall.
Hello, hello.
And what are we shooting today, Sydney?
We are shooting some Kodak Gold in my Mamiya C330.
Very nice. And where are we?
We are at AY Jackson in Manotick.
All right, let's go shoot some nature and stuff. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? How did you get started in film photography or just photography in general?
Kind of accidental, I guess. It was during the pandemic I started using the Kodak disposable cameras, and I was shooting it with my sister, and we were kind of telling each other that we're gonna shoot only disposables for a full year and then not develop any of them and then develop them after to kind of look back on what we did. I ended up really liking it, so I just kept sticking with it. 6 cameras later, I keep buying older and older cameras and going from there, and then now I'm at SPOW for photography.
Yeah, it's a problem we all have. What brings you here to Ottawa?
I moved here in 2019 for school, and I was originally at Carleton and then actually ended up dropping out during the pandemic to pursue a creative education, and I did a program at Algonquin in design foundations, and then that raised my awareness of SPOW, and then here I am with 1 more year left.
Cool. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, SPOW is the School of Photographic Arts Ontario. Yeah. Cool. All right. So what do you shoot? Like, what do you like to shoot?
I've done mostly landscapes. All of my trips that I've gone on, I'm definitely a travel bug, so I always have a camera with me, and I'm starting to get more into portraiture and environmental portraits.
Cool. Yeah. So you did a series recently of like creative processes of local creatives. So what made you think of something like that? Like, was it for school or was it just for yourself?
It started as a school project, but one of my instructors was saying to me that he thinks I'm really process driven, and I definitely agreed with that, where a lot of really the reason why I shoot film and I stick with the analog process is for the process of it, of having it be hands-on, and it's such an intensive process that you do have to go through, that I was curious of what do other artists, what's their process like, what do they go through, what do they do to get to their end goal of their finished piece.
Okay. So if you had to describe your style, like if you had to say like use a genre, it doesn't have to be a genre, it could be just anything. Like, how would you describe your work?
I guess mostly I've done a lot of landscape scenes, but anything that feels natural I'm drawn to. I don't like the look of a super staged photo. So anything that just kind of goes with the flow, happens by happenstance, and just so happens to be something in front of me that I'm like, oh yeah, I want to take a photo of that, I'm always drawn to more than spending an hour in setup.
All right. And are you working on anything right now?
I'm doing a couple 16mm films this summer, starting to teach myself some Super 8 stuff, attempting to finish up a zine from a year ago, and starting to shoot a new zine.
Okay. Yeah. We love that. We love zines on this channel. And okay, let me ask you, who are your inspirations or just photographers that you really like? And they don't have to be famous. You could even name like a friend of yours. It doesn't really matter, because you're gonna shoot out a name. It's gonna be something that I don't know, and it's gonna make me look bad. So just go for it.
There's a lot of names around Ottawa that I definitely take a lot of inspiration from, and I love their shots. You, Johnny, Felix, other people that are in like the film scene, I always really love the shots that I see from them. On a more like large scale, bigger name, I guess, recently I've gotten into like more of Nan Golden's stuff, and I really like her portraits. And that's where I'm kind of trying to go in the direction of my portrait work.
Cool. So the last question I have for you now is, if you had one tip, and it doesn't have to be photography related, it could be like photography adjacent even, but just one tip on someone, just for anyone, particular to photographers, but again, like just any tip is fine. Any advice, any one piece of advice.
Do the weirdest things you can possibly do. Some of my favorite photos that I've ever taken have come out of the strangest situations that I have found myself in. As long as it's safe, of course, but just say yes to every weird plan. Say yes to meeting up with every person you didn't think you'd ever meet up with, every friend that you can possibly make. Go out of your way to do it. 'Cause I find that, especially in community or photography, there's a lot of community, and just meeting everyone is just brings photography to a whole other level.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first. This is why she agreed to do this, because I just asked. Ha ha ha.
Just say yes. Just do it. Maybe you'll get a cool shot.
So it's been a while since we filmed the Walkabout sessions. I bet you practically forgot that these existed because I almost did myself. Big shout out to Sydney Hall for her help in, coming up with the location and everything else. It was just great to be able to see her work and, for being a good sport. These videos are always so much fun to make. I get to explore new places, check out the thought processes of friends and other photographers who, I might talk to normally, but making these videos, we get so much more of an insight into their whole process, which is it's just so much fun. Overall, I have a few more of these in the works, so that'll be fun. I'm gonna link Sydney's socials below so you can check out all of her new stuff. She's got some zines hopefully in the works. She mentioned she's working on some short films. There's lots of cool stuff. Definitely check her out. This will be fun. I'm really excited to try and make some more of these. I've got a few more currently on the go and maybe some more plans to make some, because it's always just such a great time. I'm in Toronto now, so there'll be a lot more walkabouts with new places to see, maybe some new things to try, new faces. It'll be great. I'm really excited for what's to come. Let me know if you have any thoughts, suggestions, or if you want to make one of these videos, reach out, or if you know someone I could talk to who might be interested to make one of these videos, please let me know. Aside from that, it's good fun, and I'll see you in the next one.